For the record, I am the flesh and breathing man.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're breathing. So,
For the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion. I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
so have a seat. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right. Do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right. So take a seat.
If I don't come here, warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that.
Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh, I'm going to stop you right there. And I want you to hear me clearly.
All right, guys. Today we've got a sovereign citizen going up against Judge Boyd, and this one's a little different. Judge Boyd is taking a completely different approach than most judges we usually see. Instead of getting angry or frustrated, she's actually trying to handle this sovereign citizen with kindness and patience, and honestly, I'm kind of here for it. She's basically playing 4D chess while this guy is stuck playing checkers. You can already tell she's 10 steps ahead of him, and he doesn't even realise it yet. Let me know what you guys think about Judge Boyd's strategy while you're watching this one. All right, let's dive in and watch Judge Boyd completely dismantle this sovereign citizen live in court.
How's it going?
Could be better.
All right. So my understanding, you want to represent yourself? All right. You're more than welcome to represent yourself, but here's the thing. Everybody says that they can be an attorney because all attorneys do is talk. That's what people think. But they don't realize there's a lot of knowledge, experience, and wisdom behind that.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have a jury trial where you represent yourself, you're more than welcome to do so. But once it's set for trial, it's going to trial, and no one's going to be helping you. The state is not going to say, hey, we see that you really don't know the rules, so let me tell you this rule. They're not going to be doing that. My job is not going to be to help you with objections, help you with motions. That's 100% you. Do you understand?
I do. And are we on the record?
No, we're not on the record. What, you want to put something on the record?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Sure. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2974, State of Texas Vector versus Hector Casanova. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? And are you Hector Casanova?
No, for the record, I am the flesh and breathing man. I'm here on a special appearance to clarify any misunderstanding. I am not the legal fiction known as Hector J. Casanova that is on the information there. I just have a few questions to clarify some things.
All right, so if you would like to clarify some things, then the person I need to speak to is the flesh and blood man known as Hector Casanova.
Yes, I'm the flesh and blood man, Hector Casanova Jr.
All right, so you are Hector Casanova, correct?
I am Hector Casanova Jr., the flesh and breathing man.
All right, well, I'm glad you're breathing. So what did you want to place on the record?
Well, first, I don't understand the charges that are being brought against me.
Mhm.
There are some clarifications I do want to.
All right, so just 1 second, but before we get to that, have you been given a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right, so we're going to get you a copy of the indictment. Just give me a moment. All right, have a seat. We're going to come back on the record with this.
All right.
So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. All right, Mr. Casanova, here's the thing. And I want you to hear me clearly, right? I am not your attorney. The document that has been given you is a copy of the indictment. I'm not to give you information about your indictment. That's the indictment. That's what we're here for.
Right.
So any questions that you would have about that indictment, you're going to have to answer those for yourself. Otherwise, the person who will be telling you about what the indictment means and what the numbers are, that will be an attorney. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Seriously, at this point, I feel like the law needs an update just for sovereign citizens. Can you imagine if there was some kind of mandatory reality check exam before these people were allowed to represent themselves in court? Honestly, maybe every pro se defendant should have to pass a basic legal knowledge test first. If they pass, they can represent themselves. If not, they need a lawyer immediately. because these sovereign citizens genuinely believe they can just say, "I'm not subject to your laws," and somehow avoid consequences. That has literally never worked, yet they keep trying it over and over again. The Constitution already covers these situations, and no amount of random paperwork or made-up legal theories is going to change the fact that the law still applies to them. At some point, these people seriously need to stop believing internet fantasy stories and come back to reality.
Oh, what that means is, for example, we can go off the record. I'm giving you a hypothetical. All right. Let's say you needed surgery and you're in the middle of the wilderness, you need surgery, and you tell me and you tell the doctor, guess what? I'm performing this surgery on my own. I don't need you. I'm walking out of the hospital. I'm going to go in the desert. Now, maybe the doctor would try to stop you and do other things. But if you go in that desert by yourself, don't tell the doctor where you are. You take a scalpel out in the desert by yourself. You don't get to call the doctor and say, hey, I'm in the middle of the desert performing surgery. I'm going to be my own anesthesiologist. I'm doing all of this. How do you do this? Because they're not going to tell you. It's the same thing here. You're saying that you do not want to be represented by an attorney. You want to represent yourself. So that motion, that indictment, I'm not to tell you anything about what that indictment is. The state is not to tell you, oh, this is what this indictment means. This is the range of punishment. Those are things that you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. So just have a seat. This is what's going to end up happening. You're going to have an attorney. That attorney is going to come over to the court right now. You're going to speak to that attorney. After you speak to that attorney, we're going to go forward. Ms. Ferguson, can you call managed assigned counsel and let them know that we need an attorney over here? And that attorney will talk to you. That attorney will tell you what that indictment means. That attorney will tell you the range of punishment. Do you understand?
I still don't understand.
All right. Well, I don't know how I can further make you understand.
Are we on the record?
Yeah. All right, Norma, get someone from managed assigned counsel here, please. All right, just have a seat and we're going to have an attorney come down. All right.
I would like to ask some questions on the record, if I may, while I have your time here.
Oh, no, let me just tell you, you'll have my time till 5 o'clock because that's how long we're here. What is going to end up happening is an attorney from managed assigned counsel is going to come down. Do you understand?
I do not understand because I don't feel like I am needing an attorney because I'm here to represent myself as the flesh and breathing man, Hector Casanova Jr. Let's see. All right, so let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova
Just one
Jr.
second.
The accused
Just
in
one
the
stop.
Yes, sorry.
All right, we're on the record. So what did you want the record to reflect?
So let the record of the court show that I, Hector Casanova Jr., the accused in this criminal action, has asked the court to divulge the nature and cause of the accusation upon the authority of the Sixth Amendment, and that this court has failed in its duty to inform me of the nature and cause of this action.
Man, this guy is just digging himself into a deeper hole with every single word he says. He can't even keep track of his own story anymore. The judge already explained very clearly what he's being accused of, yet he's still pretending like he has no idea what's going on. It honestly feels like he thinks the longer he stalls, the more likely his sovereign citizen script is going to work. Newsflash. It's not working at all. It's just becoming more embarrassing by the minute. How do you walk into a courtroom, get told exactly what the charges are, and then act like facts and reality suddenly don't matter? At this point, it feels more like a performance than an actual defense. And let's not forget, lying in court is a serious issue. The judge made everything very clear, and if he keeps contradicting himself, things are definitely not going to end well for him.
This guy.
Furthermore,
let me
let the
stop
record
you.
also show.
Mr. Casanova, let me ask you a question. Have you been given a copy of the indictment?
I believe so.
All right, so let the record reflect that Mr. Casanova has been given the copy of the indictment. And the copy of the indictment, it tells him what he is charged with. You may continue.
Now, these charges, are they, civil? Is this a civil charge or a criminal charge?
All right, that is something that if you had an attorney to represent you, they would be able to tell you. What the court can tell you is that you are in a felony court and this is a criminal court.
Okay. So, this being a criminal, let the record of the court show that the action against me is criminal action. My following question would be, the Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under the admiralty or military tribunal. In which of these two jurisdictions does this court intend to try me?
All right, so this is what is going to happen, Mr. Casanova. Someone from managed assigned counsel is going to come over and you can speak with them or not speak with them. But the questions that you are asking the court are not, some of them are not in any shape, form, or fashion related to the fact that you're in a criminal district court. Do you understand?
I do not understand.
Okay.
But I don't think you'll be violating your oath of office if you did your duty under the Constitution. I am not seeking legal advice. What I want to know is legal intent.
Mhm.
I have the right to appear as myself in my own person without a licensed attorney. In order to intelligently defend myself, I need to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
Mhm.
Let's see. So therefore, will you please answer the question so that way this court is properly identified?
All right, you're in the 187 District Court. It's a criminal court. You're on the 4th floor.
Thank you. This Constitution grants this court two types of criminal jurisdiction. Criminal jurisdiction under the common law and criminal jurisdiction under.
All right, I'm going
admiralty or military
to counsel,
tribunal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Casanova, in the human flesh. I'm going to stop you right there. What is going to end up happening, I want you to hear me clearly. An attorney is coming over for managed assigned counsel, period. That's it. So have a seat, managed assigned counsel will come over. Do you understand? Yes or no?
I do not understand.
All right, do you understand what it means to take a seat?
I do understand.
All right, so take a seat. Thank you.
Usually, I'm not a fan of judges who come across as too soft, because most of the time, that approach doesn't work well with sovereign citizens. But honestly, I wouldn't even call Judge Boyd soft here. She's calm, collected, intelligent, and extremely strategic in the way she handles this guy. And surprisingly, I think this might actually be the perfect way to deal with someone like him. Yelling at sovereign citizens usually just makes them even more disruptive and annoying, but Judge Boyd stays patient and carefully processes every single thing he says. You can tell she's extremely smart and very aware of what he's trying to do. She's handling the situation like a professional, while this guy keeps getting outsmarted at every turn. The funniest part is that he has absolutely no idea it's happening. He genuinely thinks he's winning, while Judge Boyd is quietly controlling the entire situation. Watching him walk directly into every trap she sets without realizing it is honestly hilarious. Let me know what you guys think so far. Do you think Judge Boyd is handling this the right way?
We have talked.
Mhm.
I've informed him that I'm here, to help him in whatever he needs help with.
Mhm.
He's gonna consider what help he thinks it might be for me, and I know he wants to put something on the record.
Okay, all right, and so you'll be appointed as standby
Yes.
counsel then?
I've kind of explained my role and what that means and how I can help him with something as simple as e-filing or that type of thing, so.
All right, we're going to go back on the record in 2024 CR 2974, State versus Hector Casanova. Mr. Casanova, if you'll come forward. Yes. All right, so Mr. Casanova, Mr. Bonk is going to be your standby counsel. And that's someone that if you have questions, you can ask him legal questions or what you may have.
Thank you for your consideration.
All right.
Uh,
And he informed me you wanted to place something on the record?
Yes, for the record, I wanted to make it known that I'm here on special appearance under threat, duress, and coercion.
All right, who threatened or coerced you to come to court?
The county of Bear, Texas.
How
State.
so?
Well, if I don't come here, then warrants will be placed, which I will be kidnapped and held hostage, and I do not want that. So that's why I'm here under special appearance to clarify any misunderstandings and to let it be known where I stand on the record.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I said everything that needed to be said.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to recall your case in 1 month. It's going to be a discovery setting. So that's to make sure that you have all the information that the state has concerning your case. Do you understand?
I do understand.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 30-day reset for Mr. Casanova. And after you receive all the discovery, then the next setting is going to be a plea deadline date. The state will tender an offer to you at the next setting. And then I'll give you your plea deadline date, and you can accept the state's offer, come to an agreement or not. If you're unable to come to an agreement at that time, it'll be scheduled for jury trial.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I have no further questions.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson is going to give me a date, and then you'll sign it. Mr. Bonk will sign it to signify when you're to come back. All right.
I appreciate your time.
All right, you're welcome. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. What date, Ms. Ferguson? All right, so we'll be back on July 29th. All right, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Yes.
If something were to come up and I need to maybe reschedule that date, is that a possible thing to
You'll
come
need-
up ahead of time?
You'll need to speak to the court coordinator, and they will let you know. I will tell you the rescheduling of cases. Are you in the hospital? You're not in the hospital, you need to be here.
Okay,
You understand?
so pretty much no excuse, be here.
Yes. All right, thank
I honestly don't know why this guy keeps smiling through the entire hearing. He knowingly played clueless the whole time, and now suddenly he's trying to act friendly with the judge like everyone's supposed to buy it. Come on, man. Nobody's falling for that act. And then he asks if the court date can be moved. That immediately made me suspicious. It really feels like he's trying to delay everything and avoid dealing with the situation altogether. But what he doesn't realise is that stalling usually just makes things worse for him in the long run. He thinks he's outsmarting the system, but in reality, he's only digging himself deeper into trouble. Honestly, the constant smiling throughout, all of this is kind of weird and creepy to me because it feels completely fake and disingenuous. I really don't think this sovereign citizen understands how serious this situation actually is. The judge already gave him multiple opportunities to straighten things out, but he still acts like he has everything under control. Spoiler alert. He absolutely does not. The longer he continues going down this path, the harder it's going to come back on him later. Still, I've got to say, I really enjoyed the way Judge Boyd handled this entire situation. She completely outclassed him from start to finish and honestly gave him a masterclass in how experienced judges deal with these kinds of people. Let me know what you guys thought about Judge Boyd in this case. I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments because I always enjoy reading them, and if you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. I upload videos every single day, so stay tuned for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Hope you're all doing well and take care.